all set up for the kickoff. Starting from the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Falcons with their offense back out there as Tyler Algier returns to the field. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Atlanta about ready to go now. First and 10. Beginning on the ground with Algier. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Such a cool picture right there of shock and shed. That's what these D-tackles work on in the league. You got to shock that offensive blocker, you got to shed him, and you got to make that tackle for loss. Well done.
With the wrong way on first down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12. He takes off with it. And that's good for a few. It brings up 3rd down.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Falcons, first down. It's a gain of 10. First down, Atlanta.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. They're going to try and throw here. Out to his wideout, it's a screen. Attacking the screen. Look at this defense, getting him down behind the line.
You call that receiver screen, and every once in a while, that wide receiver, well, he's got to be his own blocker. He's got to make the first guy or two miss. That didn't happen, play goes nowhere.
3rd and long, they're going to throw. He has the first over the middle. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They give to Algier from the gun. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
70, Timberwolf.
I'll throw it. He's got London left side. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that is good enough for Atlanta first down. We've set it downs from the 37.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
To the air now on 1st and 10. He's got a man left. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
He has it at the 5! And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They'll try and punch it in. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Ready.
Back now, pressure coming. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
19.
Third and long for him here. Brings it in. And he is close to that marker, isn't he? But doesn't reach it, so make it an 8-yard gain. Let's see what they do here on 4.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Looking to throw. He's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take the lead right away in half number 2. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while, but that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And this is caught as they hit the end zone for 2. Well, it may be stating the obvious, partner. I do that sometimes often, but tight end, such a mismatch this close in. And no surprise, they win his way for that 2-point conversion.
Yeah, it's one of those guys' security blanket. Whether he's designed read or not, this quarterback knows that tight end's a great outlet. Why? Because often they're bigger and they're stronger. Even if they're double teamed, there's still that chance to get that entry pass, like a great post in basketball, and they know how to finish.
This drive is going to start with a run by McLaughlin. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
On second down, McLaughlin. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of 2 follows up a gain of 1, and now they're left with 3rd and 7. Throw here, 3rd down. Pass brought in by Burton. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
And the Bears, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On the handoff, this is McLaughlin. Well, he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Off the play fake, Williams. He gets crushed behind the line, and the ball comes out. And he mitigates the damage by falling on it, but still a loss on that play.
You know what? Everybody on the field is going to make mistakes. The key is to clean that up as quickly as he can. Ball carrier loses possession, but he doesn't panic and lose composure. Instead, well, he hops on the ball and he saves the day.
Dump off caught by his back. And they have this one well contained. There's the stop for a loss now. 4th down coming up.
Not terribly complicated on this one. Just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the 1st, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
They can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The Falcons headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10.
Get it. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Airing it out to start this drive. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So it'll be second down. Throwing from the gun. Buys time, rolling right. To the right side and reeled in by London. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield, 1st and 10.
70 Timberwolves.
Dropping back to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now it's second down.
Hey, eventually, Kate, as a quarterback, you better be careful throwing check down after check down after check down. Eventually, that defense will catch on to it, and they'll make him pay and punish him there physically.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That throw intended for Drake London. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
10 yards to go.
They'll air it out on 3rd. That one complete to Pitts. All the way. That's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take a 13-point lead. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown.
That play really had all the elements you're looking for from a tight end, showing that he can stretch that field with the route check, secure the catch, quickly become a runner check, and finally go finish that drive off and celebrate with your homeboys.
Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Falcons double their lead to 14. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he's going to elect not to bring this one out. So no run back this time. We'll pick things up from the 35. The Bears about set for their next possession. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Completed to his running back. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that'll be 1st down, Chicago.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll give it to McLaughlin on the option. And he works it down inside the 40. That's a run of 8.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Williams from the gun. Short pass brought in. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
I think every quarterback around the world would agree, Kate. You love throwing a short pass to a tight end and then give that guy a chance to show off his speed in the open field. He outruns defense to make it a much bigger gain.
Warren. Goes the wrong way. He's going to lose several here. And with that sack in mind, Brock, we all saw what was coming, so managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
Working from the gun, Williams. Dumped off to his running back. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further. We're through 3 on this holiday weekend. The Bears have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. And he's going to have the touchdown. We'll see if he gets to keep this, though, Brock. We've got some laundry on the field. They waited a little extra second there, didn't they? Maybe a little bit of a talk to the other sideline, Brock, before they declined that call. That touchdown's going to stand.
All good and love in football. just a good little penalty, Tons.
His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Falcons ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and cut the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the 43-yard line.
Algier with another carry. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, defense, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out. 3rd and short.
3rd down from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. It's a gain of 4 there. And that's a Falcon 1st down.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Cougar 19. Ready.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Come on. Hey. Lying.
Back to the well again. On the move, past the 40. And now we'll get a pause here. Trainer's headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong. Going to the ground again on 1st. Much better job keeping him contained this time. He's going to be marked down right near the line of scrimmage.
His goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward, and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, the better.
That run good for 8. Now they've got 3rd down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
It's Algier on 3rd. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That's a BYO goal. You got to be your own blocker. It would have taken the entire defense piling on to stop him from getting that 1st down. Well done.
Running down the pistol here with Patterson. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Dialing up a receiver screen. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
So critical, Kate, on those receiver screens to get that ball out with great precision. You don't want that receiver thinking about anything but navigating the blocks in front of him. That's well done by everybody.
And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
Patriots on the pickup. Second and 6.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready?
Once again, Patterson. And he's in. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Falcons double their lead to 14.
Bears 14.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Chicago getting set to take the field now. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a 2-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And Kate, you know I believe it.
And down he goes. The Falcons defense gets hit done. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Into traffic, complete! And this one works beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. The big play nets them 17 yards. And it'll be first down Bears.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Out of the pistol, Williams. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Setting up the running back screen. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
To number 36. No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. Has him on the quick hitter. And the hit is made, so they bent to the competition, but they didn't break, Brock, as they force this 4th down.
I know on the stat sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take it. Understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
Going for it with McLaughlin. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Like sometimes you hear 4th and 2 and it sounds like it's short, but what if I said 4th and 6 feet? That's a little bit more, and it takes a surge just like that to get it done.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. First down throw by Williams. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Okay, this defense finally said enough, ripped up that script. They have seen him be way too productive. Time to start fighting him for every single throw.
Williams throwing again here on second down. Hits his running back. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears now within 1 score in the 4th.
The Bears will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Williams trying to throw for it. And he's got a man. Complete. He reaches the end zone, so the 2-point conversion will cut the lead down to 6. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. His return starts at the 5. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Here's the Falcon offense headed out. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to one score, Brock. A response in order as they take over.
Cowboy 80, go!
On the option, it's Algier. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Nice seam in the defense as he crosses the 45. And he's finally brought down up at the 48. And he has stayed productive throughout this game. He's up to the 300-yard mark after that last completion. Really has been a solid showing for him finding his targets. The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. From the gun, they go with Algier. And he's going to take this one into enemy territory with a gain of 7. Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. They go again with Algier. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. Giving him an 18-yard pickup there. And that is good enough for Atlanta. First down. Here's a handoff for Algier. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff to Algier. And this is going to get them all the way to the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half. First down, and they go right back to it. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut. Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning. This one's caught. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. It's the 2-minute warning from Chicago. Falcons up by 6.
I'm not going to lie, I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Another one here to London. And they don't get much out of this pass. He's hauled down a little shy of that first. It's 4th down now.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I could think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
79 Broncos.
He'll look to throw it. Gets this one to London. He's not going to get there. They hold him out of the end zone, partner, but it is still going to keep this offense on the field. They've got a 1st and goal. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Line up the design keeper.
Let's go now.
Kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. He's keeping it, trying to get it forward. So the Falcons will fly home with a win on the road. Well, everyone's been wondering, Brock, will this be the week? Is this going to be the week that the streak ends? Well, nope, chain another one on as the rest of the league keeps wondering, will these guys ever lose again?
Yeah, they're the team that everyone wants that shot at, right?
Yeah.
A chance to snap the streak, but then no one's been able to truly stand in front of. It's going to take a special type of performance, 60 minutes plus, from a special team to finally hand these guys an L.
So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. A well-earned win for the Falcons as we say so long from Chicago.